How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Ted Cruz and his wife being heckled out of a restaurant called Fiola in Washington, D.C. by this group that calls themselves Smash Racism DC. Now, the reason why this happened is because these people want to protest in favor of the Brett Kavanaugh accusers. Believe women, believe survivors, all this, that, and the third. Now, before I get into my opinion about this, before I give you my 2 cents, I do have video, and I'm going to go ahead and roll it. In the video, you'll see the group Smash Racism DC and their ethnic makeup. That's kind of important. We'll get to that in a little bit. You also see Ted Cruz and how he handles the situation. Is it with grace? Is it with anger? Whatever it is, you'll see it. And without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
Hi. I'd love to talk with you about Brett Kavanaugh tonight. I'm a constituent. I'd love to know what your vote is going to be tonight. I know that you're very close friends with Mr. Kavanaugh. And do you believe survivors, sir? Please don't touch me. Do you believe in survivors? We believe survivors. We believe survivors.
We believe survivors.
Senator, I have a right to know what your position is on Brett Kavanaugh.
We believe
God bless you, ma'am.
Bless you as well. I really appreciate you. I'm a survivor of sexual assault, ma'am. I believe all survivors. There are now 3 people who have come forward and who have said that Brett Kavanaugh has attacked them. I know that you're close friends with him. Did you talk to him about that? Did you talk to him about his position?
We believe survivors. We believe survivors.
Bagel is way hotter than you do.
We believe survivors.
We believe survivors.
God bless you.
We believe survivors.
God bless you.
Excuse me. Let my wife through.
We believe survivors.
We believe survivors. We believe survivors. We believe survivors. We believe survivors. We believe survivors. We believe survivors. Sexist, racist, anti-gay. We believe survivors. We believe survivors.
We believe survivors.
Leave the premises. It's a private space.
How many of you support Kavanaugh?
Ted Cruz and Brett Kavanaugh are best friends.
Vote no on Kavanaugh.
Vote no on Kavanaugh.
Okay, so you saw that. You see what's going on. Now, are you surprised at what you saw? I'm not surprised, and you shouldn't be if you are. This is what the far left does. Okay, they did the same thing to Kirstjen Nielsen, to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. They'll be in D.C. or somewhere close by eating dinner with their family, and these group of mostly 99% white liberals who claim to be on the side of the little guy, of the poor, underprivileged, black person, colored person, whatever they want to. Oh, no, the new thing now is person of color. They claim to be on the side of them. They claim to be for diversity, although their group itself is not diverse at all in any way, not in color or in ideology, but I digress. All they do is go and disrupt people for their own particular reasons. I think it's because they're bored, they have nothing to do, and they want a virtue signal. Maybe they got called racist a lot. Maybe they feel guilty about being white, so they want to go out there and attack people so they can feel better about themselves. But I'm kind of getting off point here. I'm not surprised at what happened. This is what they do all the time. And Ted Cruz, a stand-up guy, handled it very well, said, God bless you. And I don't even really like Ted Cruz, okay? You guys know that if you've seen some of my content from years past. I've made videos talking about how much I don't like him. I said I hated him during the actual presidential campaign, but now I like him more for what he did, how he handled it, and the fact that these people have attacked him. See, I'm not really sure what the purpose of them doing this is. They claim to be out there for the Brett Kavanaugh accuser. You know, believe women, believe survivors, all this, that, and the third. You know, no due process, none of that type of stuff. You know, unless it's for a Democrat like Keith Ellison. His ex-girlfriend is accusing that he abused her. There's not much talk from the left about that at all. There's no call for an FBI investigation at all. There's no halt to stop his current run. I'm not really sure what he's running for right now. I know he's in politics some kind of way up there in Minnesota. I think he is a senator or a congressman or something. He's running for something else right now. There's no talks about the abuse claims or the fact that he was in the Nation of Islam back in 1994, right? There's no talk about that, but you want to talk about the accusations levied against Brett Kavanaugh. Did you see the interview with Brett Kavanaugh and his wife on Fox News? It was great. If you have not seen it, I'll put that in the box below so you can check it out right after you get done with this video. But in that video, he said that, hey, I was a virgin all throughout high school and many years thereafter. He did not say exactly when his virginity was lost, but he did say many years after high school. So I take that as saying that he was a virgin all throughout college as well. So all these accusations against him, where are they really coming from? They are baseless. But the left doesn't really care about that. All they care about is trying to disrupt this whole process. They believe that a guy like Brett Kavanaugh is racist, sexist, fascist, or whatever. Matter of fact, the video that I showed you came from Smash Racism DC's actual Facebook page, and they put a caption under it. And I'll place that on the screen before you if you want to read it for yourself. But you pretty much know what's going on. They're talking about your votes are violence. People are starving while you out here buying, 5-star meals for $145 and all this and that. Really weird SJW projection, virtue signaling type stuff. But again, I'm not surprised. You shouldn't be either. This is the face of the left. And I know a lot of people that are on the left that don't really align with that, which is why people are walking away. This is not really anything new. This is not a surprise. This is just how it is right now in 2018 American politics. But hey, all that it does is just push more people to our side. I just told you earlier, I wasn't even really a Ted Cruz fan. I don't even really like the guy like that. But now I have to, in a sense, because he's being attacked the same way others are being attacked for having a different point of view, for supporting the law. Since when did due process just not even really matter anymore? Anybody can say anything and then it's just believed right away. Believe women? I mean, since when did gender become important to the left? They pick and choose what they want to. On one hand, they'll say gender is a man-made construct. It doesn't exist. It's not real. You can have children as young as 4 and 5 years old pick their own gender. You got hospitals trying to eliminate gender from the birth certificate. You could put down an X, and just say you a attack helicopter or whatever. But then these same people will come out and say, oh, believe women. Women are victims. Women have no voice. Pick one. At the end of the day, these people are hypocrites. They are cowards. And they are just trying to virtue signal for those who are viewing them and really just themselves amongst the little group that they are not racist, that they care for the poor, underprivileged, black and Hispanic and gay. They put us all in one little box as like there's people that are just totally helpless and can do nothing without the almighty whitey liberal savior. So what do you think? Do you think that this attack on Ted Cruz is nothing new? This is what they do all the time, all in D.C., to Kirstjen Nielsen, to Sarah Huckabee Sanders, and to many other people? Or do you think that this is a righteous move, that they were correct to go and interrupt these people having their dinner or get ready to have their dinner? I think they had just sat down at the spot and this happened. What about the security at the restaurant? I mean, what's going on with that? They shouldn't have been allowed in the spot. But whatever your comments are, please let me know in the comments.